Oh, it's 4:44. I guess it's time to start. Good morning. Hmm. The title for today is World Trust Prosperity Funds Released, they say. Yes, I see the rumors on the internet too, like many of you. As much as I believe we the people will eventually be the beneficiaries of these humongous trusts, I don't believe they will be released until more arrests take place at the highest levels of our governments, banks, and multinational corporations. We are changing the world as more and more people wake up. But until enough people are willing to take action, or at least stand with those that are taking action, the road to substantive change may not be as easy as we would like. So many seem to be making conscious choices to remain asleep, or at least uninvolved. Yeah, over the past few days, I've seen things that, monies into the trillions of dollars have been released. I don't see any evidence of that, and it is a rumor. And I've heard rumors like this for several years now at least. So I don't place a whole lot of stock in rumors that something has happened when there's no evidence on the level that everybody else can see too that it's actually taken place. I've noticed with people that even when you try to tell them the truth, even when you want to present them with facts, if what you're trying to share with them is different than what they believe, their tendency is to just deny it. And truthfully, many don't even want to look at it. They don't want to hear it. They don't want to know. They don't want to know. And so we sit here in 2012 with all of these rumors going on, with all of this energy moving around, with all of these challenges being presented to us. I've had the most challenging year of my life, bar none. 2012 has been absolutely the most challenging, troubling, intense year that I've ever had to face in my entire life. And frankly, even with the excitement that I get when I do the research and I study to determine the facts, the law, the real law, not the freaking stuff that they put on us and pretend it's law, but the real law that protects and supports the rights of the people. That's the real law, folks. We're living in a world of artificial law. But when I try to present it, I look at my YouTube, the two videos that I did this past week, where I'm talking about the law, fewest hits. Yesterday's video and one a few days ago. Fewest hits of the entire week. Why? Because people don't care. People don't want to know the truth about the law. They don't want to know that our police, by far and large, are lawbreakers. Not because they're bad people, but because they've been poorly trained. They've been taught lies. And the society believes the lies that the police have been taught. They believe the lie that we are not, as people, we are not in authority over our own lives. We believe that the authority is outside of ourselves. And so when I lead off with a thing like prosperity funds, that will draw attention, just the title. But will people actually listen to what I'm saying? Will they actually hear what I'm trying to get people to understand? After I present the paperwork that I've been working on over the past week, after I present it to the court, which will happen today, I will be posting it on the internet. And I will also be posting ways that you could personally get involved to support positive change on the earth. But see, people don't see revealing the negativity as positive change. They think, well, you're uncovering the negative. How can that be positive? Because until we own where we are, we can't get to where we're going. We have to be here first before we can get there at our destination, which is peace on earth, which is a world where there is prosperity, where the real prosperity funds, the real world trusts that are in the trillions and quadrillions of dollars as we measure dollars, and maybe even more than that, quintillions. Who knows? We are massively wealthy, we the people, but we've been impoverished, and we've been impoverished by believing lies, by our apathy and our unwillingness to be personally involved and take personal risks. I am taking personal risks in bringing counterclaims against law enforcement officers and judges and state attorney representatives, which goes all the way up to higher levels than that, because behind it all is the institution, the corporations that are operating as if they are authorities, as if they are lawful, as if they are government. But they're not. They're quasi-government. They do not have the power. But yet they do have, currently, still control of the banks, of the media, and of the police forces by far and large, and probably the military too, despite what Drake says. Now, do I believe that there are people in the military and in the police forces and even in government and even in some of these corporations and banks that are good people? Yes, I do. I believe there are positive people working for positive change. But until enough of the regular folks get behind what's going on, the good can't reach us, folks, because we don't own it. The New Age BS of what you focus on expands is absolutely we're paying a tremendous price for that attitude because it's not true. What you focus on is like shining a light there. And when you focus on something that's negative, something that's destructive, you are focusing light that brings change to that. By turning your head and turning away from it and denying it, which is what so many people that I know do, so many of my friends do, by denying it, by saying, well, it's not my battle, I don't want to get involved in that. That strengthens the very things that need to change. And it allows the time frame to be extended and expanded. You know, those of us that give positive forecasts and we say, well, the change is imminent, well, that's because we're seeing something that can actually make the change possible. But we think our friends are going to listen to us. We think our friends are going to see, hey, yeah, I can see, that's right. That's the truth. But so many don't want to get involved. So many don't want to hear and don't want to see what they have to do because there might be a little bit of risk involved, or maybe a lot of risk. I mean, I've already seen firsthand that the police are willing to totally violate their oaths of office, totally violate the law, and use force. Will they kill me? I don't know. But I know from what I'm hearing from people around the world, people are tired. The light workers especially are tired because, yeah, we have support of people here and there scattered around the world like I do. But in our own little neighborhoods, we don't get that support. Yeah, we get people say, I love you. I hear that. I hear that. But we also hear the same people that are saying, I love you, saying, but I don't want to get involved. That's your thing. It's not my thing. It needs to become all of our things to change the world. The world isn't going to magically change because somebody snaps their fingers and makes the dark go away. or turns their back on the dark as if it doesn't exist and makes it go away. It's not going to happen that way, folks. We have to wake up. We have to take responsibility. We have to stand together. We have to stop fighting each other and stop living in denial and in fear of taking a stand. We have to take a stand and tell the governments of the world, tell the banks, tell the police forces and the politicians, enough already. We have to take a stand. It's not going to do any good to release funds and put them into a system where the people that are in control of the system can simply steal them. It doesn't come to the people because they don't care. The people up the top don't care about the people, the general population. They don't care. They're psychopaths, folks. They're sociopaths. They don't care. Now, is there a way that we can make them change or transmute their energy somehow? If there was, I would be doing it. I pray for these people. I really do. And so do a lot of other people. They are brothers and sisters just like me, but they're playing roles of psychopaths. And there's too many people playing roles of apathy, and I could care less, or I don't want to get involved. There's too many of those people that are allowing the psychopaths to maintain control. What are they going to have to do? Are they going to have to start arresting a whole bunch of light workers in order for the other light workers to start waking up? And will that indeed wake them up, or are they just so locked into their fear? St. Germain's recent channeling says some people have just chosen to stay asleep. Oh, really? In a time of great awakening, you've chosen to go against the flow of the universe and the cosmos? You've chosen to stay asleep because you don't want to get involved, because you're lazy, and you choose to remain stupid? I'm sorry, folks. Get on board. Get with it. As I said, I'm going to be providing in the next couple of days or so, I'm going to be providing ways that you can actually take action in support of me. Real support. By letting the authorities know that you are standing with me. If you're willing. If you're willing. How many are actually going to be willing to contact the people that need to be contacted and say, we know what you're doing. We know what you're doing is wrong and it's unlawful. And it's actually illegal. But you've made unlawful things legal in your system. You've lied to yourselves, and you've trained the police, and you've trained the authorities with lies. We're on to you. We need to be able to say that. And then maybe the prosperity funds can really be released and really start doing some good. And we can start paying the police to do the right thing, and the soldiers to do the right thing, and the corporations to start honoring their trusts, because corporations are trusts. And they're trusts to serve the people. Governments are trusts to serve the people. Not to serve some sick people at the top that want to control everybody else. That's not what it's about, folks. When are we going to get it? When are we going to get it? It doesn't happen by just meditating and turning your back and wishing good thoughts and having nice intentions. It didn't. What has come into power, what we know of as the authorities, didn't happen overnight. It didn't happen that way. It's been building and building and building, but we have the ability now to take it down by shining the light and taking a stand. You say, but I don't want to stand against something. I'm sorry, in this dualistic world, if you're going to stand for something, you're automatically going to stand against that which is not in alignment with what you're for. If you're for peace, you are against war. I'm sorry, folks. That's the reality of it in 3D. That's the reality of it. You can't be for peace and apathetic about war. You can't be for justice and apathetic about the injustices of our world. You can't be for prosperity for all and not be against the hoarders that hoard all of the wealth of the world so that less than 1% of the world holds 99% of the wealth. You've got to take a stand and recognize that there's a for and against at play here. You say, but that's not what I've been taught and is my New Age doctrine. You're damn right it's not what you've been taught. It's not what I was taught either. But let's get real. Let's get real, folks, and wake up. We live in a three-dimensional reality, and I want peace and prosperity for everybody, even the ones that are the rulers. I'd like them to be able to truly become penitent and truly become transformed so that we can all of us as brothers and sisters can live in harmony. But we have been brainwashed in a world where everything is turned inside out and upside down. Everything is backwards. Nothing is what we believe is true isn't true. And we need to stop putting our heads in the sand and get with the program of awakening. Because it's happening now. We have the opportunity now. And we can change it quickly if we will work together. Instead of saying, well, that's your battle. It's not my battle. It's all of our battles, folks. Wake up. Wake up. That's all I'm going to say for today. That's all I'm going to say. I love you. And I want all of us to have peace and prosperity and goodness. I want all of us to have the things that fulfill our lives. All of us. I want you to have them. I want everyone to have them. Because it's our birthright. Thank you for listening. Namaste.